Hello, boys, and welcome. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Curse of the Dead Gods. It's a relatively new game, released in early access on Steam, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hop right in, and I'm going to explain things kind of along the way. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a nice short run for this game, and you guys are going to see what it's like. Alright, we're going to do short exploration without any extra stipulations. Now, in this game, what we're going to be doing is we have to choose a path. And most of the time, we're going to be looking at gold, weapons, relics, attributes, healing, and challenges. So, gold is pretty much what we're going to be using as the main currency for this game. We're going to be getting gold to buy relics, buy weapons, buy attributes. The weapons that we're going to get are going to be relatively random in this game. There's set weapon types, but there are going to be different elements and stats to each of them. So let's go ahead and start off with just getting some gold. We're going to try to line our pockets. Now, in this game, we have to look out for pretty much anything that comes in between us and our treasure. And to make things just a little bit harder, this game has what it likes to call a curse element. So at the bottom right hand corner, you can see that we have a curse. Every time we enter a room, we get 20 curse. And what the curse does is when it fills up, it gives us a negative status element. So, at the start of the game, we're given our trusty sword. And this is the default weapon that we're going to be using pretty much every time you start a new run. And our torch. We also get one other thing, and that's a gun. So, as you go along, you're just going to beat up bad guys, whittle down the health. Try not to get hit too much, because getting hit also is going to affect our curse. Those lights that you see at the bottom are points that we're going to be using. They allow us to do a finisher for attack, so we have our normal attack, and then if we go all the way down, it does a finisher. We have two other things we can do. We can parry, and then we can dodge. And our gun, which is our special item, uses one pretty much symbol, and then we can also charge our normal attack. Alright, let's go ahead and beat these guys up. I'm trying to take too much damage as we're doing so. Alright, failed that parry. That's okay. There we go. Alright, get ourselves an artifact. So, the artifacts are going to go ahead and stack up in our inventory. You can open this at any time. Take a look. We've got our torch, our sword, and our gun. And our artifacts are going to stand all the way over here. So, most of the time, you're not going to be looking at your artifacts when you're doing short runs. And they're going to add pretty much stats to our character. And then this is where our curses are going to go. So we can go ahead and look at those later. And then we've got our attributes, which are bottom left. Alright, gonna open this chest up. Oh, we found a bow. Nice, let's go ahead and take that. And we're gonna go ahead and move on. Go ahead and grab a little bit more gold. Spike traps. Alright, and we got a nice big. We take our torch and we can light up other torches. These nice little signals are going to go ahead and give us some light. And there are two elements in this game. There's light and there's dark. When we go at the bottom of the screen, you can see an icon. It flips over. When we're in the dark, we take more damage, and we also take more curse damage. Every time you get hit, the curse builds up. And the light we take less curse damage and less damage in general. So we, most of the time, we want to stay in the light, but that's not always an option, and you don't have to worry about it too much, unless you're really trying to not get cursed. But in this game, it's very, very easy to get cursed. Getting cursed isn't too much of a problem. Another relic? Ooh, more greed. And to keep in mind in our pockets with all this gold that's lying around, waiting for us to take it. Alright, and we found our first weapon. So, sometimes enemies will go ahead and drop weapons, but most of the time they're going to come from chests, or they're going to come from the weapon routes. Alright then, let's go ahead and open our route up just a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and go for an attribute, and then see if we can go ahead and snag ourselves a weapon to the right as well. Alright, since we filled up our curse meter at the end, got Shadow World Curse. So, Shadow Worlds can play tricks upon the eyes. Best they be named so that enemies cannot lie. Regular enemies are concealed while in the shadows. Concealed enemies are revealed by light and when attacked. So this means we're no longer going to be able to see any of the guys that are waiting for us. They're going to be waiting in ambush. And there we go. Now we can see exactly where they are. Oh, we got another drop. A shield. I'm going to go ahead and stick with my gun for now. Most of the time you want to try not to attack with your torch. It's not a very effective weapon. Ooh, we still got one. Gimme. Alright. And the levels in this game are randomly generated set tiles. So if you played any games like Binding of Isaac or Warframe, then you'll sort of understand tile sets. So the game itself isn't entirely randomly generated. There are set tiles that you're going to encounter repeatedly, but those tiles are going to be put in an order that's relatively random. So each run is going to seem new and fresh. And the enemy placements, for the most part, are going to be about the same. You'll be fighting the same enemies depending on what level you're going to be doing for the run. So since this is a short run, we're going to be fighting relatively weaker enemies, stuff that isn't too hard to kill. Alright, and then here we go. This is our artifacts. So we can get some max health, we can do gold find, or we can do max health and gold find. So since we've got quite a bit of gold right now, we're just going to go ahead and offer some gold and upgrade our health with it. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and go snag ourselves a weapon, see if we can't upgrade this mace into something a bit better. A little bit stronger, or something that has a bit of a better attribute for it. Alright, so guys, as you'll see, you see this greed counter going up. Every time you manage to kill an enemy without getting hit, then what happens is you'll get more gold after you've killed all of those enemies. So it does not have a max, it just keeps increasing until you've been hit. So I've been hit, and I've lost my greed. Every time you kill an enemy, you get gold, which is another way that you can be getting gold in this game. So gold is our primary key currency. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we got. We got a spear. Ooh, each enemy killed restores stamina. Charge attacks do crit damage. Base damage is set for your weapon shield. Damage while in light. Combo finisher. Base damage per point of construction. Let's go ahead and do... Let's go and grab ourselves the spear. Not too expensive. We got the gold for it. We're gonna be upgrading our bow and moving on to the spear. So now we just gotta make sure we go and not die before we get to the boss, which is why we're gonna be going. Let's go for the gold. Those unknown spots are actually random, so they could be gold, they could be health, they could be a weapon, they could be relic. Pretty much any of those things. You just don't know what it is. Sometimes it's pretty good to gamble for them, other times not as much. Very hairy, very dicey. Gotta make sure we make it to that health point. Just 1 or 2 more should be good. Go and light that up. Oh no, he destroyed it! Destroyed our source of light. This is gonna be a bit of a problem. Take care of this ball over here. Ranged attacks aren't gonna bother us anymore. Still gonna go ahead and keep our gun. Chip away at his HP a little bit. Not get hit. We're gonna go and grab the shield this time. And for our stamina recharge. Another shield? Alright, we're gonna go and keep this shield. The better parry chance. Alright. Let's go ahead and get some health, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab some relics. So, now that we've actually made it to a health station, at the health station, what you do is you sacrifice pretty much curse points in order to get health points. So every time we take some health, gain a little bit of curse. What we're actually going to do is we're going to go ahead and top up on health, and we've gone and inflicted ourselves with yet another curse. Not too much of a problem. Hopefully it's not something that's too much of a pain in the ass. But we're about to find out. Which one is it this time? Visions of madness. The world inflicted by denizens of the temple are not physical, but often psychological and some even spiritual. Take damage causes hallucinations. Alright. I remember this one. This one's not too bad, but it is pretty annoying. Now every time we go and get hit, what's going to happen is our vision's going to go black and white, and it's going to be pretty much a much smaller, narrow vision. And it's going to be much more difficult for us to see. The sound's going to be muted and distorted. We're going to be pretty much stuck like this for a little bit. Every time we get hit, it resets. And it lasts actually quite a while. So, we're probably going to be stuck like this. Nice. Alright, we're going to go ahead and keep our shield. So, here's another thing that we have. So, these are pretty much breakable walls. Some weapons are able to break them. Most swords, maces aren't able to do them. There are some great swords, however, that can. Shields cannot. And our bow also cannot. And And what's normally behind those are just extra chests, more loot for you to go ahead and gather up. And sometimes it's worth to go get them, sometimes not, depending on how much health you have, how much you're able to spare. Most of the time, I go ahead and grab them, so I just try to get as much loot as I can. Ooh, each greed kill removes 1 corruption. However, we don't have the gold to buy it. Let's go ahead and take... So, since we don't have the gold to buy it, the other thing you can do is you can sacrifice corruption. You can give yourself more corruption in order to go ahead and take something. So you can use this for our relics, our stats, and for our weapons. So we're going to go ahead and take this. We're going to say, alright, well, then we're just going to get a bunch of greed kills and not get hit as much. And then we're going to go ahead and reduce the amount of stipulations that we're going to have. And lower our corruption. Surfers, burials. Pomlocks dominated fire. Trap it in a bottle. The bottle will explode. Explosive barrels have increased explosion radius. Alright. This one's not too bad. Pretty much, don't stand next to explosive barrels. Gaming 101. How not to die? Don't stand by explosive barrels. Not too hard. Nice. Base damage for bows. Alright, let's go ahead and take this side path. Anything interesting? Nope. Just a trap. That was close. Just got hit by both of those guys. Oh, she keeps putting out my fire. Alright. I'm gonna be that way and I'm just gonna go ahead and die. Need you messing with my fire. So, this is the last offering that we're going to be getting before we go and fight the boss. At the end of every section, you're going to go ahead and fight a boss in this game. So, since we've gotten picked our path, we made it all the way to our champion. Since this is a short run, we're only going to be fighting one champion, but if you do longer runs, then you're going to fight more and more champions. Medium runs you fight 2 champions, hard runs you fight 3, and after that, I'm pretty sure it's 1 more champion to each more run that you do. As you increase in difficulty, the number of champions you fight increases as well. And these guys are no pushovers. A nice big health bar. This one in particular likes to summon minions to the side. Tosses spears, just like that. Sometimes likes to throw 2 of them, so you gotta be prepared. The second one is the one that'll always catch you off most of the time. Almost didn't have enough stamina for that. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of the head. Oh, we just took big damage. Back off maybe a little bit. Yep, definitely need to back off. Alright, we need the stipulation to end so we can see how much health the boss has left. If it's not too much, then we're just gonna rush him down. Oh yeah. No, we got this. There you go, that pet's dead. Alright, we got this. Oh, he's dead. Easy clap, boys. Alright. That's a short run. Not too hard, very quick. At the end of every run, what you're gonna get is you're gonna get these skulls. Now I'll go ahead and show you what you can do with them right now. Head right on back. And we're done. Victory! See, not extremely complicated. So, after you've completed your run, you can go and stand right here in the middle of the altar. And these are our perks. I've already unlocked a couple. What you're going to do with those skulls is, as you progress in the game, after you beat an easy run, after you beat a medium run, and after you beat a hard run, then you're going to go ahead and unlock more perks that you can use. The perks that I was using was Will of Shells, which increases the amount of corruption threshold. Normally the corruption threshold is 100, but this increases it to 20, so it allows us to take more corruption before we get another stipulation. And I was doing Favor of Shells, which just automatically gives us 1,000 gold at the start of our exploration. These are the ones that are pretty forgiving and pretty useful. I'd say pretty much majority of these are useful. The ones that are particularly nice is Storm's Focus. Successfully parrying refills all of your stamina. So if any of you guys are parry gods and can do that pretty easily, then you're going to be topped out on stamina. Not a problem. And then the Gust of Agility. Perfect dodges triggers haste and increases movement speed. Also very nice. So, now we've got some skulls. You can go ahead and unlock any of these as long as you have the required skulls. We're going to go ahead and unlock both of these since I don't have them. Pretty easy. And we're going to equip them just like this. As you can see, I haven't unlocked everything because I haven't beaten some of the higher levels, higher difficulties. And that's pretty much it. That's Curse of the Dead Gods. Not too hard, very fun, very replayable. Would highly recommend that you guys check this out. It's on Steam, and it's early access. And they quite literally just released an update a couple days ago. Check it out, have some fun. I'll see you guys later.